give a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Breakfast kiya hai. Very good. The festival that's more bright, more intelligent, and more iconic. Are you going to watch advertisements on OTT? Is anyone thinking about it? If that turns out to be true, what will be those ads like? Please welcome, for our panel, Kubbra Seth, Isha Talwar, and joining us very soon is also going to be Maanvi to throw light on the topic. Wow! Kubbra Seth, Isha Talwar!
I love your jacket. I love your jacket, Urmin.
I like jacket.
What better way to start a Friday than being surrounded by two beautiful ladies and lots of beautiful ladies in the audience. I'm thrilled that the men are outnumbered. The men should be happy. They're outnumbered. Lovely.
Nice,
Okay.
be happy.
Okay, guys. The reason we're here today is we're going to discuss advertising on OTT platforms. Just when you thought you'd escaped the curse of advertising that you face on radio and TV, you start moving towards OTT saying, oh wow, it's wonderful, I can watch my program as much as I want, unlimited, ad-free, here come the ads. How many of you are irritated by the ads? How many think is okay? Interesting. And that's what we're here to kind of discuss and debate. So, here's the thing, Kubbra. If you get a premium subscription, you get ad-free content. If you're not on a premium subscription and you're middle class, then you are cursed. There seems to be no midway or mid-path, as it were. And a lot of people don't think that's very democratic. I want your opinion on that first and foremost.
First of all, yes, we are the absolute correct people to have this conversation with. So I'm very grateful for this question, and I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity. You could not have been represented better. No, but that being said, I can only speak a user perspective, right? And I think you covered it all, and that's the basic emotion and the sentiment. Like, why is my entertainment being charged unfairly? I would like to put it that way. Like, I'm just here after a long day of work, selling perhaps, and all I want to do is unwind. And then I'm literally watching something that I was thinking about, and then I have this whole conversation about my phone is listening to everything. You know what I mean? I feel ads have become I feel entertainment or content transports you to a different place, and then the ad brings you back to reality. So I feel that's why it's jarring. I'm not a big fan. But then I come from privilege that I recognize. At least this is privilege that I've earned for myself. So paying a premium does not make a difference to me. And I saw there were a lot of people in the audience as well, which I was like, oh God, someone's on my side. Right?
And to be fair, there are lots of students here, mass media students as well as business students who understand the business side of things. And they're probably asking, how does revenue be distributed down the line? Ultimately, if actors have to make revenue, channels have to make revenue, streaming platforms have to make revenue, how do they make revenue? Is it just subscription, or is it subscription plus ads? You know, things like that. Just hang on a second, I'll finish the thought and caller. So, so I think from a business perspective, there's a lot to be debated on that. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Maanvi Gagru. She joins us now.
How are you? So cute.
So now
this is where you all
surrounded by
clap
three
for us
beautiful
and
women.
all that stuff. Yeah,
Just say.
everything we have to tell you all. See, this is what, ads come in.
Ads come in.
I'm the mid-roll ad.
The mid-roll ad, that's a good one. Okay, now this is first-hand information. And apparently, Netflix and a lot of premium OTTs have already tested this. And Isha and Maanvi and Kubbra, it's not been released in the market as yet. There is a chance that you will hit the pause button of your favorite show, and while you paused, you'll be shown ads. And the platform is turning around and saying,
No.
WTF,
Yeah.
you paused it in any case, so we presume you went to the loo or you wanted to take a break or you're chatting. So what if I play you advertisements?
Oh, so only when you pause.
When you pause, and when you unpause, let's say you're in the middle of a scene, and you pause, ads will start, and then when you unpause and you get back to your regular content, it comes back. That to a lot of people is a non-intrusive way of advertising. Kind of like a cricket match. Cricket match में जो over change होता है ना तो ad दिखाते हैं.
नहीं मगर वो उसको पता है ना कि सिक्सर मिस नहीं करेंगे. इधर हम पॉज किया और क्लाइमैक्स मिस हो गया तो
No, but
वो थ्रिल मिस हो गया तो
he's saying the minute you resume.
Yeah, correct. But the thrill, the disengagement, you know.
Don't
pause. Don't pause. Now I will enslave you and make you watch. Like,
No, but cricket में तो involuntarily होता है.
correct.
Every over, like he said. In fact, so many times, like I watch cricket to see the in between the overs, the drama.
Correct.
So I want to see.
Because all the stump mic stuff and all happens in between.
Correct, exactly. And you know, like when you when what the previous batsman goes and the other one comes, it's nice to see what chatter happens as they're crossing the.
That's a very interesting point of view. Saying that if you're showing me ads, you might be interrupting content. You know, so nobody bargained for that. As usual, Maanvi Group brings a new dimension to this. What do you feel about that, Isha? It's a valid thing, right?
I think it's a valid thing.
I think it's a totally valid thing.
And if the ad is nice, I don't think we'd mind it.
Yeah.
You know, if they're fun ads, I think back in the day they were a little more fun. Now it's slightly, they need to.
You know, this is how we justify it on radio. Because in radio, you know, we play ads, right?
Right.
So a lot of, first you appeal to emotions and you say, हमारा पगार कहाँ से आएगा भाई? You know, there's no subscription in radio. It's not Spotify. If people give ads, then you realize it's not cutting any weight. Then you say, it makes you more aware to know what's happening in your city and country.
It's not news.
You know you have to read the
at least you know-
disclaimer of mutual funds before signing.
At
Did
least you know where
that?
to get your mutual funds. At least you know Marks and Spencer's having a sale.
And their bras are very soft.
But I actually, you know, the H&M store was opening in Linking Road. I found out only through radio. I had
Well
no idea
done.
otherwise.
Round of applause for traditional media.
Wow.
I know we're at an OTT
Round
festival.
of applause to my salon because they were playing radio and I was like, okay.
Because it's interesting, we don't even play the radio when we're driving anymore. That used to be one of our greatest
You could have at
like
least lied to
means
me.
of engagement. What?
I said you could have at least lied to me, saying, no, hum sunte. No, but then we've also gotten smarter, which is why immediately when we get off air, we make it into a podcast and release it on streaming sites. So basically, if you're on air with me now, Kubbra or Maanvi or Isha, the show will get over and we immediately make it into a podcast and you can find it on Spotify or whatever, Ghana and this and that. So we've also gotten a little smarter. So another thing is there are platforms like, for example, MX Player, which do not even give you a subscription model as of now. We don't know whether they're going to change
No, they recently got gold.
after
average.
being acquired by Amazon. Are you saying that?
Very nice. Good move. Very nice. World domination.
So, because the nature of the beast is such that unless you have very, very deep pockets, you're not going to be able to straddle out those, 5, 10 years without any necessary advertising. Now, my question to these guys is, what is the alternative to traditional advertising? Let's say OTT platforms say we will not do super in ki chamkar zyada safed, kisi bhi अन्य design ki zyada safed. Should we go down the quote-unquote big boss route, which is scene with Maanvi Gagru happening, scene with Isha happening, scene with Kubbra happening, and in the background there's some surrogate advertising. Would you rather platforms make money on that, on the set, on product placement, or would you rather listen to the 30 or the 60 second?
I would rather listen. I think
Rather
that's,
listen.
I think it's very distracting. Subtitles, ads, what are you going to look at? I think I'd rather
Kubbra,
watch a good
gently pleasing product
No,
in the
no,
background.
I recently saw a film, yeah, hero, heroine having conversation and they literally reached out. It was in Ulaj, if I'm not mistaken. They literally reached out to like the sill and they ate a candy.
Wow.
And the candy was in focus. I swear. And I watched this on my TV and imagine the movie so good. And yet that ad, that placement stayed with me until...
You're talking about it right.
I'm talking about it right now. And I remember it was a green candy. And a punchline that everything is great.
So you're saying you'd rather do conventional
If
advertising
it's
than put up with
placed,
with
I
something
will
that looks
see.
fake. Yeah.
But sometimes it's really difficult. Like, people have pointed this out.
Yeah. No, so I feel, like I'm a big fan of surrogate advertising and
Yeah.
subliminal advertising. But when done well. So we can't do this. Like you can't be having a conversation and suddenly someone is reaching for a bottle of Coke.
Correct.
Like how-
And be like, "Arey Coke pee lo, tumko acha lagega." You know, that feels forced. But you know, recently, have you all seen Emily in Paris? Right? So the latest season that came, I don't know if you saw this, there was a post that went viral where she's basically getting ready. And it's not even a proper scene, it's just a montage. And somebody on TikTok took a screen grab of that and put it up on their thing. And they were analyzing all the products on her dresser. Now, research has shown that the sale for those products after that post went viral has shot up. So I'm saying now whether it was intentional or whether the set designer just put like a bunch of random things from her bag or something, we don't know. Nobody, like internet is divided on that. They haven't clarified it. But yeah, that like people have noted down those products and gone and bought it.
I have one more example
Yeah.
of this. I was watching Perfect Couple,
Yeah.
and when the husband and wife want to chill, they say, let's do it like the old way, let's get Bombay Sapphire.
Yeah.
And you remember this, right? And it was alcohol, yes, it was plugged, but it was so organic. So that's how I totally understand what she's saying. And I,
But like, you know, but then
So
when you
cool,
have
like,
those
there are different
masked
ways
heads
to
and
do
all,
it.
That's not, like
Yeah,
if you,
yeah.
what Isha said that there's already subtitles and all taking up the screen space. I don't want an ad on
So
the
don't
top.
give
Like,
me logos and mastheads and
Yeah.
ugly
Like they have on
graphics.
news channels, how they like you barely see what the news is. It's full of other things, now.
If it's subliminal, it's okay. But I think it's so obvious, it's so in the face that we all know it. The moment it comes, we're like, okay, show us the scene. We're losing the soul of the scene, you know. You're just showing us product.
But to be fair, India is a very unique market. People don't like to pay for stuff. So the question, I mean, I know the audio business like the back of my palm because that's the business that I work in very extensively. And I know that it's going to take years and years for the Spotifys and the Apple podcasts of this world to get people to subscribe. Because it's, even if it's $200 a month, the Indian is so used to getting free stuff that it's going to take him or her some time to do that. And given that ecosystem, then how does money come down the pipeline? Money has to come down the pipeline through some sort of advertising or some sort of subscription. So in India, abroad, it's a no-brainer. Everybody who wants to watch Hulu will pay and watch Hulu. People won't find shortcuts. People won't try to hack into Coldplay tickets. So, in the Indian jugaad economy, I'm just asking you. I mean, we're all content people here. As content people, what are other ways to put money in the pipeline for it to translate into, okay, fine, let's pay our producer this much, let's pay our director so much, let's keep so much for production. At the end of the day, it's got to be corporate sponsorship, but how? One is the nicely done surrogate. The other is advertising, which is traditional advertising, plain vanilla one. Kubbra, thought? You raised your hand.
yeah, no, I thought like, how we are doing promotion over here also. So I think it could also be post-fact. More real, more lived in. I know it sounds more cumbersome now that I said it out loud. Sorry, I don't want to do it.
Cancel.
Cancel. Bad idea. Delete. You all never heard it. But it's really tough, I think. Also, I feel like the way we are kind of allocating our budgets to make, to tell a story, whether it's 6 episodes, 8, 10, or a 2.5-hour film, the disparity and the gaps between each department is so wide. That's why you need these ads. Do you not understand that to begin with? And that, I think, is a problem from where we are doing this. And I'm not doing this. I'm like literally the last guy to be a part of the show. Like, I'm the last thing, right? But like, people have written this script, people have written it for certain people perhaps, and the only differentiator between others and me is a check, the amount on the check. So imagine the disparity there. How have you not thought about the fact that, hey, I'm making a quality product, it's entertainment, and it's for my audience to watch uninterrupted, because that's how I want them to see it. So I think as makers, if we become more responsible of like...
And another very important point that she made is democracy in the pay structure. See, inevitably, this is what is going to happen. Is that the OTT boom happened, all of you got paid big bucks initially.
Yeah, now we're doing it.
And slowly they're all going to come to you and say, oh my God, we are Netflix, we're Amazon, we're so-and-so, we spent so much money, but we had no returns. So then we tried the subscription model. India mein yaar subscription ke liye paise nahi de rahe log, so we started advertising now. But still the question remains, will enough money be put in every actor's hands? No. Because we're not
no
at...
Some actors. Only some actors.
In some actors' hands.
Only some actors, yeah. The crew doesn't get like, appropriate, remuneration, time, this,
The work hours and
the work hours and everything. It's been going around, and I think it's important to have that conversation. Because we're not changing the world, we're telling good stories. How can we say stories if you're not doing it out of disgrunt? Like,
Isha, Kubbra and myself were having a very interesting discussion outside before we came in. And she was talking about the glory days of advertising. And she said, for every 30-second commercial, people used to film for 4 or 5 days. Till the YouTube boom happened and, digital ads came in. So, 30-second ads are made in like 3 hours and released. Sometimes those advertisements we grew up on, whether it's a Tobu cycle or whether it's, I can't think of other, Lalita Ji or whatever, were so carefully thought of and produced that we looked forward to some of those commercials as opposed to the plain vanilla ones now. The other option is, let's say advertising comes into OTT eventually. And then there's a super prime model only which doesn't have ads. Even the prime guys have to put up with ads, at least in the beginning or the end. I don't know.
Already happening.
If mid-rolls.
They're already showing ads. Yeah.
So would you then feel the advertising industry then, if it pulls up its socks, then again, it could be a level playing field because you'd see more interesting advertisements?
I think so, because we're making real-time content. Everybody on their social media also, we're putting out things, we're always, now we've become influencers also. So we're also looking at selling in a different way. We're making our own scripts, doing our own thing. So I do think they need to up their game. And I think if we had more innovative, more creative, the copywriters really need to make ads that we remember. Now we don't remember them anymore. Earlier, the Vodafone puppy ad or Beta Swatar Pahanlo and all that, we still remember. So I think if we had interesting ads, it would be...
And something?
It's here to stay.
Yeah.
There's no way it's going.
Yeah.
The money comes from that. So it's definitely here to stay. Yeah.
And Maanvi, Kubbra, this whole thing of... मतलब आप दोनों जवाब दीजिए एक के बाद एक. That's what it means. But this whole thing of, oh my God, if it plays in live sport, why can't it play on a live series? I don't buy it. I'll tell you why. Because, live sport might have that necessary break. Also, live sport makes money while the sport is on. Virat Kohli has 4 brands on his shirt. Yeah. You can't go as Maanvi Gagru and Kubbra Seth and Isha Talwar and on your costume wear denim, this, that,
But we are wearing
so
clothes
those
with those. But we are wearing clothes with those labels also, no? We are doing a lot of free advertising in that sense.
As in for your designers and for your...
Designers and,
Yeah, but you're not putting
Balenciaga
brands
on your
there.
chest is
You're still performing as your character.
right.
supports the character. Na? Like for example, I was like last year, I got lots of jewelry from Amrapali, I think, for my character, and then they would make snippets out of that and be like, oh look, had like this character played by this actor was there in this film. So I thought that was interesting. Also newer ads, I was just how amazing is Tanmay Bhatt's writing? You've seen it in so many ads that you remember. Like, for example, he just made a food delivery app where they literally go like, aa raha hai, and then they, like, the driver sits in to Juhi Chawla's, like, vehicle and starts driving around the city. And then he stops and says, kya chawal manga tha? Chawla nahi. And I watched this ad.
Cheesy.
I watched this ad and I laughed and I wished I could play it again. So I went back to YouTube and watched the ad again. Just for what it is, because the content was good. So if you're showing me ads, show it well.
To me, promos of channels are also ads.
Yeah.
So I pay top dollar, and so do, I'm sure, all three of you, or two or three of you, or one of you, for a premium Netflix subscription, okay? That doesn't stop promos being played. They're still playing in-house promos for me. So I could argue and turn around and say, hey, if I pay for a premium subscription, I shouldn't even be shown your promos. Get down to brass tacks. Get down to just showing me the program that I want to see, you know? And how do you guys feel about promos? Would you think they're part of the advertising umbrella, or would you still put up with program promotions? For me, that's still advertising. A guy who's advertising his own product.
See, now you're asking me to think.
No, I think it boils down to agency. As a consumer, do I have the option of skipping or not? Like so for example, of course, if I'm going on a platform and I'm seeing an ad for their show, it feels less intrusive for sure. But like you said, it is still advertising, right? It's not what I came here to watch. But I have the option of skipping. You know, so as long as that option is available to me, I'm good with that. You show me whatever you want as long as there's a skip button.
So do the YouTube model. Do the skip.
YouTube
Or skip the intro.
But YouTube doesn't have, not all ads are skippable.
Yeah.
You know, there are some non-skippable ads also, and then there is an option of...
You have to watch a bit of it before
You
you
sometimes
can
have to
skip.
watch 3 Man in Indonesia. I think we should not complain. I have watched TV. In Indonesia, 3 ads they'll show you. They'll sell you baby wiper, baby wipes, deodorant and shoes.
Okay, I've just got a voice in my ear saying we have to wrap, so we shall wrap. And this is going to be my last question.
conversation, no?
There is a... No, no audience questions because we're running late. So the next one has to start. So what do you want to say to all the people who are whining? Literally whining. So it's a very Indian thing, isn't it? Sabko free do aur achanak paisa charge karo. Achanak ad dikhana shuru kar do. You know what I mean? And we saw that in a recent conglomerate that cannot be named,
I know which one you're talking
where they showed lots and lots of cricket free. Then they started showing lots of movies free, and suddenly they charged for it. You know what I mean? It's a
They
business
also
model.
had given us phone, call each other free. They gave phone also at that time.
So the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, it's a business model. What do you want to say to people who feel that betrayal instinct, saying, "Oh my God, what is this, yaar? Itna time pe humko free dikhaya aur ab ye wo." Would you just say, "Wisen up, that's the way life is," or is it unfortunate? Do you sympathize? Isha.
You know, when too many free things are being given, you should know. You should already know.
It's ominous.
कि-
What's around the
yes,
corner?
Yes, I think we should already know कि अच्छा इस पे अब एक अच्छा दाम लगने वाला है. So don't get hooked onto it.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, enjoy it
Enjoy it
while
while
it
it
lasts.
It's called love bombing.
Love, that's a good one. Love bombing. I like that. Love bombing.
Yeah. Also, I think we always have the option of moving away from that then. I mean,
Yeah, it's up to you.
Let's teach
Yeah.
them a lesson also. The brand.
Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, Maanvi Gaguru, round of applause.
Thank you.
Kubbra Seth, Isha Talwar. My name is Hrishikesh, and this, as we speak, is live on Geo TV. And over to Prerna.
Thank you.
Other ads?
Can we clap a little bit more? Thank you. Hello. Good afternoon. It just, I don't know why. As soon as you come in a place like this, you want to say good evening. Yeah? Podiums just make you feel good evening, whether it's whatever part of the day. It can be 7 in the morning. Guys, I'm like huge fans, the three girls. I think together they are नवरात्रि चल रही है इन देवियों के बजाय क्या देवियां हैं हमारे पास में. So can we please clap for the devis of content? Okay, now this is a bit much, but I really feel that the kind of work that has been brought forward. ऋषिकेश को मैं सुबह को सुनते हुए आ रही हूँ. I've heard ताज़ा खबर and I'm making sure that like I'm also doing ऋषिकेश. But well, for another day. मेरा सबसे पहला सवाल, this is just going to be like a little bit of a fun segment, and if it's not fun enough, you can choose not to answer. So, Maanvi, आपके लिए सबसे पहला सवाल, what is your go-to hair when you are in a rush? फटाफट से निकलना, are you the Amboda girl, or what kind of girl are you?
So I have this trick where I like put my head down, brush my hair in the opposite direction, then flip it up, and then it gives it a little bit of volume and it looks nice. Then brush and then out of the house.
Divine. Divine. I think it's a
So
super hack.
many girls nodding, saying yes, we know that.
You know, I do that all the time when I've had a shower and I'm like this and this, and I'm like, yeah, now talk to me. Yeah, it's a whole new world.
हक नहीं है तुम इतनी खूबसूरत. Yeah,
That's right.
that vibe.
The next question for Maanvi only. What's the craziest hairstyle you've ever had in your life? You may or may not be proud of it, but the craziest, like a hair color or a phase, a haircut, anything.
I once cut my own bangs, as I'm sure everyone has at some point in their life, and regretted it. And I did it one day before my birthday. So yeah, I was I went to, this was in school, it was teachers, my birthday's on Teachers' Day, and it was Teachers' Day, so we were wearing sari and all. And I went and my friends saw me and I started crying and they were like, what happened? And then they looked at my hair and they're like, oh, it's okay, it's not that bad. And then my friends were like, don't tell her, okay? Everyone just like, hey, she's looking nice. Yeah, and it was yeah, it was horrible.
Oh, such sweet friends though.
Yeah.
And they can be mean in school.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I
they were
was
good. अच्छा वो किसी और ने bangs नहीं काटे. Can we please clap for Maanvi Gaguru? Maanvi, for these very lovely answers, you're going to get an iconic hamper. But before that, it's Kubbra's turn.
Hair.
Kubbra, आपका सवाल ये है कि what's one hair trend that you would like to bring back?
Curls need to be worn as curls. This is something that even I'm making peace with and I'm falling in love with every day.
Yeah.
I know I flattened my hair out, but my trick, I know I'm answering even her question. But it's really cool if you've got curly hair and you don't have time to do much, flip your hair down, gather all your hair and just loosely put like your hair tie, and it's called a pineapple bun, boss.
Nice.
And it looks really nice.
Hrishikesh, you can
Please
try.
give it a shot, like just half and half, and it looks really nice on curly hair, and I've only learned how to appreciate it now.
I think that's the thing that I really also learned from Kubbra is the fact that you constantly, if you keep thinking that you aren't being able to carry this, I think that's the biggest doubt you have. As soon as you give the confirmation to yourself, and then life is a paradise.
It's really nice. Like your curls have a mind of their own, so just love them.
Cool. Kubbra, thank you very much. Another question for you is, what's your go-to hairstyle for a big event like this? Like, do you really put in a lot of time and effort thinking, "Acha, mujhe kya karna chahiye?" Are you going through sort of references, or what's your go-to?
I am a hostage and I do what I'm told by my stylist.
Nice. Instruction taking nice girl. Okay.
Oh, why? Who wants to debrief after that?
सही बात है. सही बात है. ईशा जी आपके लिए सवाल है. This or that आप कोई भी choose कर सकती हो. उसके बाद में you can just give an explanation for the same. Hair brush या comb? कंघी इस्तेमाल करती हैं वो गोल वाली जो चीज़ होती है.
I do a lot of finger combing, so I'll go with comb.
Very nice.
Yes.
Straightener या जो tongs होते हैं?
Tongs.
ठीक है. Hair dryer या रिक्शा में बैठ के बाल सुखा दी?
Rickshaw.
Yeah. It's the best hack, provided you've gotten a rickshaw without traffic.
Also oil.
Oil.
I do a lot of sleek hair and I put oil. I don't use hair product
That
necessarily.
was my next question. Tel ya gel? We know answer is tel.
Already know.
Tel. ठीक है. Bangs like what Maanvi had done one day before her birthday. या फिर pixie. Go really short.
Yeah.
What are
the
you
bold
feeling
move.
like? Bold.
Feeling pixie but sticking to bangs.
Yeah. Love
Mullet.
it. Love it. Can we please clap for all the ladies?
Expectation was
Rishi, I have.
I love it. Oh wow.
Rishi, bangs for you or pixie for you?
I
What-
don't
Thanks for Rishi.
I don't have that.
Thanks for
And pineapple bun.
And pineapple bun.
Love it.
Hello.
Yeah.
I wish I had that much hair.
We have
But
extensions now.
for all the men in the house, the secret to still staying civil while you're losing hair is just to spike it up.
That's it.
No, like earlier they used to do this, but what a novel thing. He's done this.
Can we get some iconic hampers for the iconic answers on this panel, please?
See, with advertising, we get hampers.
Yes.